Alright, there you chortling chuckle fucks. How's it going? Good afternoon, good evening, I suppose. It's late. Hello, hi. Welcome to the Clue Zoo. Yep, that's definitely what I'm going to call it. Welcome to the Clue Zoo. We're back for a bit more investigating. That's the most terrifying I've ever seen. Quite frankly. We're going to contradict. Or I suppose we're not. We're going to spot the contradictions. I'll give you a second to get on, Connor. But we're here. In the wonderful land of contradiction. Thanks for joining again. Hopefully we're on the right save. This should be the right one. 37% progress. No phone calls, no cheats. The last thing we did was... Did we? I don't remember doing a Paul contradiction. Did we do a Paul contradiction? Hang on, hang right here. I'm going to watch this. And see if it's actually a thing we've seen. Okay, no, we did see this. It's okay. It's fine. I wanted to check that I hadn't like loaded the wrong save, and that was a spoiler. But we're fine. That the contradiction there. The last thing we saw was this. I'll play it.
So if you don't allow drink or drugs onto the site, why did you allow Liam to drink whiskey all night?
Well, we did give him various warnings. Did try to stop him, but didn't work.
But you let him stay on the course?
Yeah, well, we couldn't throw him out. This isn't a primary school, Inspector. We're not the police. We can't enforce these rules. If they pay their fees, they're entitled to stay on the course.
And what if they want to take drugs?
Yeah, so
As long as they do it with discretion, frankly, I don't care if they want to wipe or inject paint stripper all over their faces.
Do you store any alcohol at Atlas?
No.
Is there a kitchen?
Why, do you want to go down there and check?
Well, obviously you wouldn't mind if what you're saying is true.
Of course I wouldn't mind. It's past the lavatories down the corridor, but you won't find any drugs in there or alcohol.
Okay, so I thought we'd play that. If there's anything, if you want to see any more of Paul's dialogue, Connor, just let me know. But yeah, we spoke to Paul Rand, the daddy, the guy financing the whole Atlas operation, and the thing we called him on was his claim that they didn't allow drugs or alcohol at Atlas, but Liam, the guy who died last year, was drunk all the time. Apparently, drunk all the time. The fuck? You guys need to sort your internet out. I'm just gonna say that. You need to get better internet. But that aside, let me know if it settles. If it doesn't, we'll do it another night, and I'll play FTL or something. But yeah, if we'll just have a chat, and then you can see if the internet settles a bit. Yeah, so we called Paul on that, and he told us about the kitchen, which is a bit dumb because we went into Atlas. The kitchen's literally just down the other corridor that we didn't go down. So we could easily have found it. We didn't really... That's not like a hidden piece of evidence. It's not like Dark Souls, like a hidden wall. It's like, well, hidden wall here ahead. And you whack it and it opens up and there's a kitchen behind. The mystical secret. So we're gonna wander up North Lane. Let me know if you guys sort your internet out or if you're still having tremendous issues. Martin's here, I think. He's got a very, very lime green name, and I couldn't quite read it, but yes. Third Eye. Third Eye is Atlas, as Kyle correctly surmised last time. And let's have a wander through the woods. Let's check out the paths while we're here. We'll go back to the junction, up to where we found the body. And wander through the woods. Remember, we went into this clearing. We found Kyle, the guy carving the rock and roll symbol into the tree. Which apparently represents the 3 freedoms of Atlas. Which 2 of them aren't important. The important one they keep talking about is freedom from guilt. You know, stop feeling guilty when you've done something wrong. It holds you back, is what they say at Atlas. Sure, sounds a little bit iffy to me. Emma didn't agree with it. She said, you should feel guilty if you've done something wrong. But we'll take a walk into Atlas. We'll go check out the kitchen. That seems to be our next lead.
Must be down the corridor there, if what Paul said is true.
So yeah, this is... There's this thing of like, you have to get Paul to tell you there's a kitchen down this corridor. But, like, you walk through here. There's not even a door here. Like, why would you not just wander down and see if look in the kitchen? That's poor investigative work. I'm going to tell Connor to pause. See if that fixes it. Just having some hot stream issues. At the clearing, okay, well that's not too far behind, to be honest. You're pretty close. Yeah, maybe a little while behind, but honestly, like with the lag on Twitch, that's not really surprising. So I'm gonna go through to the kitchen. If it all falls apart and your internet's awful, then just let me know. We probably won't run too long anyway because we started quite late. You know, maybe run for an hour or so. But here, we can go over to the TV. We can search. Should we search or should we go over to the TV? Let's go over to the TV. Ah, a DVD video. Let's pull one off the pile and see what it is. An Atlas Life Skills Training CD. Let's watch it. Ah, there's Ryan Rand on stage. Some canned applause. Presumably this is in the village hall, I don't know.
Freedom, true freedom, means freedom from many vices that society had traditionally believed to be virtues. Self-criticism, self-doubt, guilt. Ladies and gentlemen, these are not virtues. These are sins. Born of a fake morality implanted deep within our minds and collective consciousness by governments and religions through the ages with the sole purpose of preventing the masses, stopping us from achieving the same success, happiness and freedom enjoyed by those at the very pinnacle of society. I'm going to show
Definitely
you
not
that
dictatorial.
common morality is nothing more.
I mean, he is a bit of a dictator.
Cynical creation
so,
of an elite desperate to stay in power. An elite hell-bent on preventing you.
What is that in front of him?
from
Is that
reaching
like
your
his
full
speech?
potential.
Is that a microphone?
Making you feel guilty for pursuing success.
Not quite sure.
But the good news is,
Oh, we can
that
take
you
back.
can
This is
take
about
back
Brexit.
control.
This
You
is
can
holy
become
shit.
the success you deserve to be.
This game made like 2 years ago, or made last
Atlas
year,
will give you a unique
was
and
the
powerful
forerunner to
advantage.
Brexit. Take
Life
back
in all
control.
its Technicolor glory can be yours. All that you
Is
have
Ryan
to do
Rand going to resign after
to
this?
stay, embrace it, enjoy it, and learn to love your ambition. Welcome to Atlas.
And then you wake up in the bathysphere, 20,000 leagues under the sea. Oh, an auto-ejecting CD, that's kind of nice. Fantastic. Well, there we are. What a wild ride that DVD took us on. I wonder if that's like is that a bit of evidence we can... No. Okay, apparently we just get to watch that. That's not actually evidence. But let's return to the door and search the kitchen. Ah, some cups. Lovely. A collection of vases. That's a bit weird. Plates. That's more normal. Kettles. More plates. Nope, some straws. Cutlery. All usual kitchen stuff, to be honest.
Interesting.
Ah!
Well, there's a TV
Some
right there
hardcore
with the DVD
pornography.
player. I don't think anyone will mind if I have a quick look at this.
Fantastic. Well, let's use the hardcore pornography on the DVD player. Suspicious XXX DVD. Maybe it's just the film XXX with Vin Diesel. Okay, he's fondling around. Looking through a coat. The weird thing to film. Looking for evidence, maybe. The purse. A wallet. Someone nicking stuff out of clothes.
Well, that was odd. Looked like someone pickpocketing, but why make a video of it?
I mean, you know, if you're going to steal people's stuff, you might as well make clear evidence of you stealing their stuff. I suppose it doesn't show who it was stealing the stuff, so maybe it's not that bad to have quote-unquote evidence. This is getting good, I agree. I told you it would. It's good at the start, but it's just, you know, it really picks up. Emma and Paul sex tape. Oh man, no, Paul. Wait, no, Paul said he wouldn't touch anything that had Simon's fingers in it. Remember, so it's probably not that. In fact, it was someone putting their fingers in some leathery wallets, but in fact, they were literally leathery wallets and not any kind of euphemistic other thing that you might be fiddling around with in the back room. Okay, let's get out of here. I suppose we've got this new evidence. I suppose the new suspicious XXX DVD. We can probably ask about that. So, I mean, who do we ask? Should we ask Ryan? Maybe. Let's go see Ryan. We haven't spoken to him since we spoke to his dad. Maybe we've got a little something we can say to him. And also, we're here anyway, so let's go talk to him. Try the lounge door. Yeah, I don't know why you'd mark it XXX. Maybe you figured like, oh, people won't, you know, people aren't going to use something that's marked as that because maybe it's someone's personal private video. Jenks doesn't care. He's a detective. He'll watch anything. Apparently, I keep mixing them up. Ryan's not in the lounge, which is his office. It's 8 PM now. So maybe maybe the Atlas session started? Let's try the door on the right.
Let yourself go.
Oh.
Feel your soul.
They got the masks on. I thought they didn't use the masks anymore. I suppose they don't use the same masks. They've upgraded to these cheap plastic ones with no markings.
For the moment to break free.
Got a little rag doll. She has. Emma's going for it.
Excellent, Hannah. Well, could you come back later, please? What's going on?
Fuck off. We're having a sex party. And I really like how just they don't look like disturbed. They just look really miffed.
Okay.
He changed his tune pretty quickly. And there's Kyle. There's a guy that looks a little bit like me. We're having an orgy. Didn't you see the XXX DVD? Okay, we can't go back in there. But we did get doll burning ceremony. A strange doll burning ceremony was witnessed at Atlas. As if you feel things couldn't get any weirder, they continue to ratchet up. Return to the hallway. Let's get out of here, because fuck me. Ooh. Handy. I'll keep this. I mean, maybe it's Ryan's, but he just shouted at us anyway, so we've not got any reason to incite ourselves to him. Connor, you're going to live here, are you? 2 people have died in the last year, but that doesn't put you off. Is it just the general sex festival of it, or is it specifically Emma living there that's enticing you? Right, let's wander back through the woods. I suppose we don't really need to do it this way. We can just kind of, you know, let's pop into Eden Lodge. We can ask about the doll burning ceremony. You remember? Wait, what do you remember at school? Like the weird sex party with the masks? I don't know. I'm not going to ask. Let's knock for Simon. Let's see what he has to say about the weird doll burning ceremony, because he goes to Atlas, so maybe he'll have heard about it. It's not worth asking Simon about this other thing that you've also stolen. We haven't asked about the third eye flyer yet either. Let's ask him about the third eye flyer that James gave us.
Have you seen this before?
Oh, is this the thing that James did? Yeah, I've heard of it.
What do you know about all this? A third eye, I think they were called?
I don't really know.
That definitely sounds like a
I
sex
mean, I've
thing.
heard about Liam's death, but all I know about 3 eyes or whatever is on
It
this
literally
flyer.
says third eye on the flyer.
Third eye.
Simon,
Sorry.
don't guess at the name. Doesn't know anything about Third Eye. Even though they were based in the village only a year ago. I mean, maybe he didn't live here then, I don't know. Emma loves the doll burning ceremonies.
What do you know about doll burning?
Not on the course. It's a ritual thing. It's getting rid of things that you don't need. Throw it into the fire.
And that's a good thing.
Well, yeah, it helps you getting rid of things you don't need, so you can move on.
Take control.
Again.
Brexit.
So what are the masks for?
They're
This
just
is all a big
to help you
conspiracy.
get into the right frame of mind. Just get you into the zone. You know,
Nigel
help you
Farage
trans-
is one of the people wearing a mask.
Yeah. It's like self-hypnosis. We do it on the course sometimes. It's just to help you get into the right frame of mind. You know.
So you hypnotize yourself? How do you do that?
Just stare into a mirror and chant something. You know, just say the same thing over and over again. Or you can just close your eyes and put yourself into a trance. Some people can do that.
And that's safe?
Well, yeah. Hypnosis doesn't work the way that most people think it does. You can't just be hypnotized if you don't want to be hypnotized. But you can learn to hypnotize yourself.
What did you say it was called? Auto-hypnosis?
Self-hypnosis, auto-hypnosis, same thing really.
Literally means the same thing.
Simon was a bit too quick to play down the role of auto-hypnosis on the course. I'll have to ask around about this.
We didn't ask about the Triple X DVD. Let's do that.
Have you seen this before?
No, sorry.
Is it hentai? I've got some of that upstairs. Don't tell Emma. Alright, let's visit
Thank you.
Emma. See
Probably
what she has to say
later.
about auto-hypnosis. How's it going, Emma? Talk to me about this third eye. In fact, did we ask her about Liam? No. Let's ask her about the third eye.
Have you seen this?
Yeah. It was all over college last year. James made it. Idiot.
So you don't agree with what I'm saying?
No, I don't agree with anything James says. He's absolutely crazy. He thinks that the government has been controlled by aliens and that we're all bugged. He's nuts.
I mean, he's not wrong, Emma. He's not wrong, Emma. You checked behind the mirrors? You checked behind the curtains? That's where the bugs are, Emma. Have you looked in your phones? They're tracking us, Emma. They're tracking us.
Have you seen this before?
Oh, that's mine. Shit.
Don't think so.
Doesn't recognise the sex DVD. I mean, that's fine. It's seemingly an Atlas. It's a thing in a drawer at Atlas in their kitchen. So presumably, you know, there's no reason for her to have seen it.
What do you know about doll burning?
Doll
It's a
burning,
really
I think, was
intense
in
stare from
the
Jenks
course.
there.
Simon mentioned it.
Oh, they didn't do that when you were there?
No.
She only went there once. Didn't do anything like that when she went. You don't do that with the newbie, because that would scare them off, quite frankly. You always start with something a little bit gentler.
Do you know what auto-hypnosis is?
It's some type of self-hypnosis,
I
isn't
know
it?
what autofellatio
Yeah.
is it that?
Have you ever tried it?
No, I haven't. But I think Kate was into it. She learned it from when she went to Atlas.
And what did she tell you about it?
Not a lot, really. I think it helped her. I think she used it as a sort of self-meditation.
Okay, we're learning a little bit. Kate used auto-hypnosis. Someone else who was on the Atlas course. So,
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
let's take a walk. We've got this lock. Maybe we should try and... This lock. We've got this remote control lock. For some sort of lock. Well, I mean, it's Ryan's. Maybe we should use it at Ryan's house. Let's try going to Ryan's house. And see if we can use it there. Behind the house, maybe? Maybe we can get in the back door and ambush Paul. Random! Oh. Rand M. Because his name's Rand. None of them are M, though, are they? Paul, Ryan, and Rebecca. Maybe Paul's wife is Martine Rand or something. Garage door. Yeah, that sounds right. I think you're right, Connor. I think it's this garage door, isn't it? Whoop. Paul looks out there and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? You can't just do... I don't care if you're a detective. You can't just go in people's garages. Mr. Rand. Yeah, maybe that's it.
So, those are Ryan's guitars.
Dad,
Kept
do
in a
not
garage.
move.
Not really the best place to keep them.
That's all the observation he was going to do. Ryan's guitars in the garage. Don't put your guitars in the garage, Ryan. Come on. Okay, let's ask Paul about this, I guess. Again, if you've got any particular suggestions, anything you particularly want to try asking someone,
A few more
let me know.
questions,
But
if you don't mind.
otherwise, I'm just going to go ask everyone everything. Okay. Well, let's ask him about the Triple X DVD, because if anyone knows, he talked about the kitchen. Maybe he'll know.
Seen this before?
Oh, he's got the glasses.
The writing looks familiar, but no.
It's my writing. Oh, he's written "Do not move on." That's what was written on the guitars. Simon does not know about the affair, but we haven't had an opportunity to tell him. That maybe that will come up later. Maybe it's not relevant. We'll see. Well, I guess we'll find out in the course of time. Yeah, this says "Do not move" on it, which is what it said on the guitar. So maybe this is Ryan's DVD. Let's ask about the doll burning. I'm sure Paul will know something about that, and we don't seem to be able to talk to Ryan at the moment because he's busy in his sex room.
What can you tell me about doll burning at Atlas?
Not very much. It's one of Ryan's ideas. My son is under the illusion that he's a genius.
There's the use again. Delusion. Kyle, Emma asked us very specifically not to tell Simon about it. Although, you know, I've got no specific love for Simon, so... Let's ask him about auto-hypnosis. So, okay, so we've established that Paul doesn't have the best love for his son's abilities or his ideas, really. He just, and he thinks... Paul's saying, like... Ryan said to us originally, he's like, oh, my dad's the money man, I do the ideas. And Paul's like, no, he's a fucking idiot, come on. Like, yeah, I do the money, but, like, actually I'm the main dude here. I let Ryan think he's doing cool stuff because he seems happy that way, and it gets him out of the house, you know. And they haven't invented Pokemon Go yet, so I had to do something.
Can you tell me more about the auto-hypnosis techniques used on the course?
We don't use hypnosis on the course.
Not at all.
Not anymore.
So, how was it used?
Hypnosis is probably the wrong word, Inspector. It's nothing to do with the trances or things like that. It was meant to force to help students.
Did you force them?
You can't
That definitely
force
wasn't
anybody
sinister.
into being hypnotized. You have to want to be hypnotized. It's not something out of
I
your
thought you said it
control.
wasn't really hypnosis.
You can't be hurt or damaged in any way.
You said hypnosis is
by
the wrong
hypnosis.
word. And now you're talking
So
about
you've never
hypnosis.
put pressure on students to enter into hypnosis.
It would be impossible to do so.
Okay, so they're forcing them to do something with hypnosis. Perhaps. It's impossible to be hurt or damaged by hypnosis because it's not possible to force a student to be hypnotized if they don't want to. I think that's largely true, to be honest. I think it's actually very difficult to hypnotize someone if they're not willing to engage with it. Let's ask about Ryan's guitar collection and hope that he doesn't query about why we know about the guitars.
Does Ryan play the guitar?
Ah, very good phrasing.
Ryan couldn't get a tune out of a radio. He's tone deaf.
Okay, so he's never tried to go professional.
If he did try, it was never gonna happen.
Fucking destroyed by his own dad. Holy shit. Like, he is just knocking his son down time and time. No wonder his son's delusional with his daddy being such a downer on him. Wow. Ryan couldn't have become professional. He can't play the guitar. Alright. Anything obvious going on here? I don't think there's anything. He says, Liam's death was unavoidable. Wasn't there another unavoidable here somewhere? Oh no, he's saying it's impossible. That's where I was getting mixed up. Okay, well,
Be
we'll
back later on, if that's okay.
ask about... Oh, maybe we should ask Rebecca about the guitar. Because that's... she's married to old Ryan. Maybe she'll be able to talk about his guitar playing habits. Only form of love he knows. Man, it's a sad tale for old Ryan. Let's start at the top. Or back to crikey. Let's start with Third Eye Flyer.
Have you seen this before?
Don't take any notice of that.
Why?
James Wilson is a fantasist. He spends his time pretending to cast spells in the woods.
Oh, he's a larper.
He's not exactly a stable person. And,
It stands for live action
I heard that
roleplay.
he was involved with growing cannabis.
Really?
Well, don't quote me on that.
Look, woman,
So you don't
you
think there's
grew
any truth
Salvia
at all to
Divinorum.
this?
You're not exactly a clean
None
slate.
at all.
Cannabis is a less, admittedly, it's more regulated, but it is a less strong hallucinogenic than salvia is. You can't take the moral high ground here. I'm sorry. Let's ask her about the suspicious Triple X DVD.
Do you know
Oh, I've seen that with Vin
anything
Diesel.
about this?
No, sorry. Ask Ryan.
Why would you say that? He didn't specify where it came from. She loves the herbs. Green herbs, yellow herbs, red herbs. Put them all together. You're in for a treat. Let's ask her about doll burning.
What do you know about doll burning at Atlas?
What do you know about doll
Only that
burning?
it's part of the course. I'm not entirely sure what they're for, but I made dozens for him.
You made them.
Oh, Ryan can't make anything. He's practically dyspraxic.
Ah, interesting. Okay, good to know. I mean, they're kind of fun. They're pretty simple, but I like the idea. They're a little bit creepy, to be honest.
Do you know anything about hypnosis used on the Atlas course?
Are you sure you mean hypnosis or the power of persuasion?
What's the difference?
Not a lot. But if you want
Yeah,
someone
Martin,
to do something,
definitely.
it's usually easier to ask nicely.
Atlas used persuasion techniques.
Well, don't all businesses use it, Inspector? Ever heard of advertising?
Oh! She's not wrong. She's not wrong. Gotta ask them nice. You want them to do something, it's better to ask nicely. Like, don't you think it would be lovely if I put this 12-inch spectacular Great American Challenge around my waist and you just lay down and we had a good time? That sounds like fun, doesn't it? Yeah, you'd like to do that. Don't force anyone to do anything. Just a little bit of subtle persuasion.
Does Ryan play the guitar?
He tries. He does keep wasting money on them, though. I think he believes if he buys the right one, he'll suddenly turn into Jimi Hendrix.
Not how you spell Jimi Hendrix.
Sad, really. If I just let him play in his room,
Old
as long as he
Jimi
plays in there,
Hendrix.
I don't mind.
Let's try and play, quote unquote, in his room. I mean, if he's dyspraxic, then I guess that doesn't... I suppose that's not really a contradiction. Is that a contradiction? No, not really. I suppose it's not actually. I mean, they're actually kind of saying the same thing. They kind of supplement one another. Okay.
Okay, that's it for now.
We got a bit of
Thank you.
information out of her, but nothing specific, really. Let's head over to Simon and Emma. Maybe they'll have something to say about the guitars, I guess. I mean, they both know Ryan. Yeah, she just lets him play alone in his room by himself.
A few more questions, please.
Probably
Thank
for the best. Just the guitar collection, I think.
What do you know about Ryan's guitar collection?
Not a whole lot. I know he brought a guitar to one of the groups once, at the end of one of the stages. That's the only time I've seen him with a guitar.
I feel like we're
Thank you.
searching
Probably
around. I mean,
that
this is
later.
very much an adventure game. It's just you just have to find the item. There's often not a logic to it so much as just find the item that
What
gives
do
you the
know
contradiction
about
you want.
Ryan's guitar collection?
I know he plays because he tried to buy one off me.
Do you play?
I used to. I used to be in a band, but I was a singer as well, so I got away with it.
Singer as well.
Yeah, I used to sing in a band every
Wait,
night.
she got away with it.
But sometimes it was in a pub, but usually at Rebecca's.
What
That
was
is a
that
pub.
called?
It was called Blackstone. And this guy from a record company once came to see us, and he said the band was rubbish, but that I was good. So after that, I don't think they liked me much, and then we broke up after college.
Can't hide talent.
She looked really sad about it. She didn't. They didn't go anywhere. They said you were very good, but they didn't offer you a contract or anything. This was once offered a singing contract. Okay. How good is your memory from yesterday, and the dialogue we had with Emma, and also the dialogue we had with Rebecca? Because I think we've struck on something here. And I don't know if you'll remember it, but maybe you will. And we spoke to... In fact, there's a way for me to do this, isn't there? Liam. Yeah, okay, no, there you go. So Liam... She claimed not to know Liam very well. But if you remember, when we asked Rebecca about it, she said Liam was in a band called Blackstone. She didn't actually mention that Emma was also in Blackstone. Although I guess it didn't really come up. She did, but you just thought maybe she'd have said that. But yeah, Liam was in Blackstone, according to Rebecca. Which means that she must have known Liam. Nice work, Kyle. Good detecting.
That band you sang in, Blackstone. Who else was in the band?
Just a few people from college.
Including Liam?
Yeah.
Why did you say you didn't know him?
No, it's not that. I just thought you meant that I didn't know about his suicide.
Did you?
No, I was away on holiday.
When he died?
Yeah, I only knew him through the band.
That's quite an important way to know
Definitely knows
someone.
more than she's saying. She was in a band with Liam, but didn't know about his problem. I'm not sure I believe you, Emma.
I'm not sure I believe you, Emma. Okay. Only knew Liam through the band Blackstone. Was on holiday the night Liam died. Sounds like there's something to find out here. But I don't know if there's... Is there anything we can hit on? Let's have a look through all the evidence we have. Of our friend Emma. If you've got any ideas, throw them out there. Bike belongs to Simon's cousin. This is all bike stuff. Bottles belong to Simon. He doesn't like beer. Doesn't seem relevant to this thing. Necklace is Emma's, but she gave it to Kate. Freedom necklace. He knows about the broken pub window. This is all recent stuff. Someone else. When you say someone else in the band, you mean apart from Liam, or were you specifically talking about Liam for that one? Went to Atlas seminar with Simon. Only went once. Nothing too obvious there. Packet of dried leaves. Heard the phrase that's no sour is hallucinogenic. Band often played at a pub. Was once offered a singing. None of this seems. Unless like that's a contradiction. But I don't think it is. No. Oh, you meant Liam, okay. Yeah, I don't see anything obvious here. Saw the flyer while at college last... Ah, here we go. Saw the flyer while at college last year. Liam was at the college, I think. Maybe that's the clue there. No, it's not. Okay. Maybe Liam wasn't at the college. I'm not sure. Don't see anything else at the moment that we can pull out here. So unless you've got any ideas, I'm going to carry on wandering around. I suppose we could talk to James. We haven't seen James today. Let's go see what James is up to. Down on Abbey Farm. Ding ding.
Ask you a couple more things.
Hello,
please.
James. We've got a few things to say to him actually now, because the last thing we did with him was his incredible speech with the Third Eye Flyer. So let's ask him about the suspicious DVD.
Seen this before?
No, what is it?
Do you recognise it?
No. Should I?
Not going to answer that one. That's fair enough. I like how he said, have you seen this before? No. Do you recognise it? No, I haven't seen it before. I literally just told you that.
What do you know about doll burning?
Doll burning? What sort of doll burning?
Come on, mate. You've been into some
doesn't
weird
mean
stuff.
anything
You've
to
got
you.
scrying mirrors. Don't laugh at doll
No,
burning.
that's okay.
Jeez. What a judgmental fellow. You think it'd be more easygoing about it. You think he'd be like, yeah, if I could burn a doll if you want, why not? Have a good time.
Ever heard of auto-hypnosis, James? Self-hypnosis.
Yeah?
And what do you know about it?
It's another name for scrying. Some people call it auto-hypnosis, I call it scrying.
Right. So you're saying
That
scrying
subtitle
is
was
just
definitely wrong there.
self-hypnosis?
Scrying? You can scry on anything. I don't use a mirror. I can scry
I use
watching
my
the
genitals.
clouds. Maybe the water on a lake in the moonlight.
And when you're watching the water, what happens? You go into a trance.
You lose yourself and you're unconscious. You go deeper and deeper. You swim around. Try not to go too deep. Because if you go too deep, you start drowning. Then you get dragged down to the bottom. As long as you stay swimming, come to the surface again. Then you wake up and see the world as it really is. It's like a journey to a place people talk about, but no one's ever seen. You're thinking about Kate, aren't you?
What makes you say that?
She bought a mirror.
She drowned
Sold
in a
one last
lake.
year.
Was she into using mirrors like that?
No idea. But she bought one.
Right.
Just crick the neck, you know. Okay. So scrying is possible without a mirror. You could do it in a lake, as long as you don't drown. I like the musical cues in this. I like how, like, most of the music is just kind of this weird ambient, but then they have these real sinister build-ups at specific moments, and it's definitely tied to the dialogue. And then there's almost always like a snap-out moment, or like something happens to be like, okay, everyone calm down. We're not all just suddenly going to explode. Talking about Ryan's... Oh, he's not going to ask about Ryan's musical ability. Okay. So we got any information out of this? Doesn't know anything about doll burning. Presumably we don't have anything here that contradicts that. Photo frames and paint. Mirror, just one way of scrying. Scrying practice for various reasons. That doesn't really contradict with what we already know. This all sounds pretty reasonable. Sold a mirror to Kate Vine last year. I thought Emma said he sold it to him like on Friday. Or maybe he was just selling them on Friday. It wasn't. He sold one to Kate on Friday. Simon's homebrew is very strong. Okay, now this is all pretty standard stuff, really. I suppose we could.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
We could go see the chief. See if the chief has anything to say. Do 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 do. Let's find out if he's there, or if it's just going to be a dead line again. Seems like the chief only answers when there's something specific to say. No, no joy. Okay. Well, let's head back up to Atlas. Oh my god! Kyle, you fucking nerd, get off me!
The DVD! That's all they took. It must have been deliberate.
That's all he had in his bag,
Really wanted
apparently.
that back. Nice and helpful of them to leave a piece of evidence behind, though.
And just fucking put a bag on his head. Put a bag on his head next to the DVD. Like, we've already watched the DVD. It's not like there was anything else on there. Okay, but we did get some evidence. A bag from a shop called Monarch Costumes was used during the mugging. Okay. Well, we know about Monarch Costumes. Paul mentioned them. They're a local costume shop. I guess we've got a new piece of evidence, so we just got to go talk to everyone about the new piece of evidence, I suppose. Presumably, Ryan's going to be busy the whole time. Let's knock on the door. Let's see what's going
Just a
on.
few more questions, if you don't mind.
Ask about this bag. See what people have to say.
Seen this? You know the shop?
Yeah, I know the shop. I hired something from them last year, I think.
This for a party, I assume.
Yeah, something like that.
It's definitely an orgy, right? Yeah, something like a party. You could call it a party. You know, people had an ecstatic time. You know, it certainly came to a head, a climax, if you will. Hired costume from the shop last year. Doesn't seem anything too untoward.
Okay.
Do you know the shop? Have you used it?
No, but I know where it is.
Definitely pigs there, yeah. Are you going to tell us where the shop is? Can we go to Monarch Costumes? No? Nothing going on there?
Thank you.
Okay.
Probably be back later.
Let me at the map. I'm going to go ask Rebecca. This has got to be, there's got to be something from this bag. You know, otherwise they wouldn't have given it to us, clearly. It's got to be an important piece of evidence.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Have you seen this before anywhere?
Well, I know the shop, a costume shop just outside the village.
Ever used it?
Not personally, but I think Ryan might have.
Okay, Ryan may have used the shop. I mean, we could talk to Ryan about it, but then... So this is one of the things
that's it
where,
for the
like,
time being,
we've
thank you.
already had Monarch mentioned to us. We could have brought it up. You know, they could have just added it to our evidence list then, rather than waiting for us to be mugged and get a bag from it, because it's already been mentioned before. Maybe James will have something to say about Monarch.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Well, one more question, I suppose.
Have you seen this before?
No, I don't think so.
You don't recognise the shop?
No.
Is there someone else
You
who works
he
at
literally
Atlas?
mentioned
Someone who
the
may have
shop.
been there tonight?
No, there's a cleaner. Comes at strange times, but then he's a strange boy. Work experience.
As a cleaner.
Well, we did try him in accounts, but didn't work out.
Scathing. Doesn't know where the bag is from. He's the guy that mentioned Monarch in the past. That's definitely a contradiction.
Aha.
Do you visit Monarch costumes a lot?
No, I used to go in there occasionally. Why?
But you do know the shop.
Yes, of course I do.
You see, Paul, I thought you said you didn't know where this bag was from.
But it says Monarch costumes quite explicitly on it. You
This
bloody
was used
idiot.
to put over my head, Paul, by a mugger. Would you like to tell me something?
Are you suggesting that I had something to do with your mugging?
Did you?
You really ask the most ridiculous questions.
Why, yes, I did.
Yes, I didn't.
So why did you lie about the shop?
Well, I didn't have anything to do with your mugging, Inspector, but I might know of somebody who did.
Go on.
Ryan mentioned Jason to
This
you,
guy.
the cleaner. Unfortunately, Ryan at some point told Jason that the DVD mustn't be removed from the site. So, when he saw you take it, he simply thought that he was doing us a favour by getting it back. He isn't exactly what you'd call one of Darwin's best examples.
Man.
So what's on the DVD that's so special?
I like how he's just, whatever,
Something
forget about
I
the mugging.
did myself a little stunt I pulled to amuse the students.
What kind of stunt?
I pretended to steal from the students. I emphasize the word pretended. The students knew all about it afterwards. Everything was above board.
Steal from students? Why?
We were
Students
doing
have no money.
pushing the limit, so I decided I would show them how it was done. Oh, don't
I set fire to their
insist.
animals.
I returned everybody's things immediately afterwards. No harm done.
And when was this?
Last year sometime.
At Third Eye or Atlas?
Third Eye, I think.
And this was before or after Liam died?
Well, since you'll probably find out anyway, it happened to be on the night that Liam died, as it happens. Before you ask.
Wait,
No. I didn't steal from him.
Do you think it's a good idea to encourage students to steal, Paul?
I wasn't encouraging students to steal. Policemen are so literal. Life is shades of grey, Inspector. Much as the Force might like it, it doesn't divide neatly into blacks and whites.
is that like a weird,
Now, if you don't mind, you're going to have to excuse me.
like a weird, like, racial police
You know
reference?
where the door is.
Oh, we've been kicked out of Paul's house, but not without some handy information there.
I see he was quick enough to claim he didn't steal from Liam. What kind of stunt was that anyway?
I also
And
like
Liam
that.
dying later the same night? It's just all a bit too suspicious.
I like that he couldn't remember whether it was during the Third Eye or the Atlas period, but then he remembered exactly what night it happened. See if James has anything to say. He probably doesn't, but he's nearby. I wonder if he has anything to say about this
A few more
stunt.
questions, please.
He actually probably will say, you can't ask about this. No, okay. We can ask him about Monarch, though. He might know about Monarch.
Seen this anywhere before? Nope.
Alright, well, fuck you then, James.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Probably be back later.
Man, shut us down. Not a word. Well, one word, I suppose. Alright, let's see if Rebecca knows about this stealing. Just gonna work my way back up through the village until we find out what's going on. Actually, Simon's probably the guy to ask, I suppose. But hey, we're here now. Let's ask her. Ask old
you a
Rebecca
couple
what's
things,
going on.
please.
Bag used in mugging. Paul's theft stunt.
Did you know about Paul's money stealing at Atlas?
Are you talking about a particular incident or just in general?
It's something he did on the course. Stunt.
What
And
did you call me?
he do exactly?
Oh, well, he pretended to steal from the students.
That doesn't ring a bell. Paul's stunts usually involve throwing fancy dress parties with scantily clad girls.
Wait, hang
or
on.
Women
I'm
dressed
back
as
in.
nurses. That's his usual fetish.
Oh, hello.
When was the last party he threw?
Is this Silent Hill?
Sometime in the summer. I didn't stay long.
I was dressed as a nurse. Man, that was fun. Where's the thing about the nurse fetish? Why is that not like a key piece of evidence in the case?
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Man, this did get kinky. Like, more explicitly so than normal. We should check the village hall. We haven't been there in a while. We should see if anything's happening over there. Nope, doesn't seem like it. Oh well, never mind. Down Woods Lane we go. Also, like, another touch I really appreciate is that there's an angle for each scene depending on where you're coming from. So like, we're here, and we're like looking down the curve of the road. If we go up to the village hall and then go back, now we're standing on the village hall part of the curve. I really appreciate that they took the time to film footage from each of the different locations. You know, each different positions. That's just like a nice touch. You know? They could have not done that. They could have just had like one picture for each thing. That would have been the obvious thing to do.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
What do you know about Paul stealing money from students? Part of a stunt or something?
What, did he do that? I've never heard about anything like that. No, it might be part of the risk-taking thing, though.
Explain that.
Well, it's part of the course. You have to do something dangerous or risky, something you wouldn't normally do.
Methamphetamines.
Well, not dangerous, just risky. Like saying something you wouldn't normally say to someone, or doing something unusual.
Like stealing from other students.
Well, we didn't do anything like that, but you have to tell everyone at the end of the course anyway. And you're not allowed to do anything that would hurt or offend anyone. Or you're not allowed to do anything really bad.
It's probably not that risky then.
It's all pretend, really.
It seems a bit odd for a business course.
It works, though.
If to do something risky, but not something that would hurt or offend her. You sure he didn't say do something risque? Like dress up like a nurse for me, Simon.
Later on, if that's okay.
Dress up like a nurse for me, Simon. That's it. Get the needle out.
What do you know about Paul Rand?
Paul the Slime.
You've obviously met him then.
Paul the
Yes, I
Slime.
have.
What do you know about him committing a fake theft during one of the courses?
What about him going through people's bags? Yeah, he tried that thing on me as well, weirdo.
So you were at Third Eye?
Yes. Yes, I went there for a few months after college and I left because I
She
hated
did say
it.
she went to a similar course.
And I didn't know Atlas was the same thing. And I went with Simon.
Does Simon know that?
No. I didn't want to burst his bubble, so I didn't say anything.
So he doesn't know you went to Third Eye?
No.
Ah! So is that where you met Ryan as well?
Yep.
Right. What didn't you like about the course?
Well, it was stupid. They just made you do things to other people and be abusive just to prove that you could, and I absolutely hated it.
See, she's a good person.
Oh, just stupid things.
She's a nice person
Nasty
at
things
heart,
to
Emma.
prove that you could do it. It was about not feeling guilty. And it was horrible. That's why I left.
And is Simon doing all of this stuff now?
No, I think they had to stop because it was just getting ridiculous. I think somebody got arrested or something.
Very interesting.
A man died. Also, I hate to call you up there, Emma, but you went to Third Eye when Paul pulled the stunt, which happened to be the night Liam died.
Aha.
Bingo.
So, you witnessed Paul's money-stealing stunt, is that right?
Yes.
But you weren't there when Liam died.
No.
Don't quite understand that, you see, because Paul pulled the stunt on the same night. Liam died later that evening.
I must have got mixed up.
So you don't
We
know
just
anything
split Emma in
about Liam's
two.
death, even though you were there on
Bam!
the night.
No.
Emma. I think you better explain, don't you?
Poor girl.
Well,
She
it was
looks so
stupid course,
sad.
wasn't it?
Go on.
Well, we were all told to do stupid things, and And then that thieving thing happened, and so...
Take a breath, Emma.
Liam killed himself because of me.
Whoa, hang on.
Why?
Liam had a birthmark on the side of his face. And no one would mention anything, even though we all knew it was there. And we all thought, they all thought it was ugly. So I thought I'd say something, and I even asked Paul if it was okay to say it.
What did he say?
He said he wouldn't mind. Then Liam killed himself. Liam's dead because of me.
Man.
Well, Emma, I'm quite sure you regret what you said, but I really don't think you caused Liam's death. There's always more to these things than meets the eye. It wasn't your fault.
We can't tell Simon, please.
Simon doesn't need to know. Don't worry.
And Simon just walks into the room. What's going on? Alright, I've made a stew. It's got weed in it. Got it from James down the road.
9 o'clock. Poor Emma. I suppose it's possible that what she said led to Liam's death, but I really doubt it. I blame the Rands before I blame her.
Yeah, I don't think it was entirely her fault. But she seems pretty beat up about it, which is understandable, really. But man, that took a dark turn there. And speaking of dark turns, it's 9 PM. Or after 9 PM, I suppose. It's all kicking off. So where should we head next? I mean, we could go anywhere. I guess Ryan's probably finished with his evening. So maybe we can go chat to him. See if he's got anything going on. Boop. To Atlas. Right, let's get in here. Let's have a chat to old Ryan. Pose him some questions. See if the sex party's finished. Yep, everything back exactly as it was. Good, nice. They've done a good job tidying up. Putting away the fire pit.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Right, okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll have a chat here, and then we'll wrap up for the evening, because it's already coming up on midnight. And we'll carry this on at a later date. But also my throat's still pretty worn out from the long stream yesterday, and I don't want to overstrain it too much. So I'll have a chat. We'll get these questions asked. See if we pick up anything immediately obvious. Let's ask about the doll burning ceremony.
So tell me more about this doll burning.
Very echoey in this
It's
room.
a symbolic ceremony we perform every few weeks on the course.
What's it about?
It's about burning your old personality and finding a new one, a better one.
So the dolls are...
You. They represent you from the past. Each doll has a picture of the student as a child or a teenager.
That's literally not true.
And they burn the doll
Or
and
at least it wasn't the one
symbolically
we were at.
destroy their old personality. It's quite simple but effective, I find.
Quite
And
disturbing.
why did that girl shout?
Because it's an emotional thing. She's quite clearly become very attached to her doll. They do spend the first month with them. We tell them to take the doll everywhere with them before they actually go through the doll burning.
And you believe that's a good thing? Destroying your past?
Of course it's a good thing, Inspector. We're all shackled to our past, particularly you by the sound of it. Perhaps we should make a doll of you, Inspector, and burn that. What do you think?
No, thank you.
You're
Maybe we
probably
should burn
right.
you, Inspector.
I'm
Maybe we should
not
put you
sure
in a
it would
doll
do
and
any
burn
good.
you. That was... He's got quite a sinister... His course is fucked up. He's got quite a sinister touch to him, this boy. The way he says, of course it is. Like, that's that classic, like, you know, oh, I'm always right about everything. You know, I am You know, of course I'm right. What do you think? It's obviously the thing to do, you bloody fool.
Can you tell me about auto-hypnosis?
No. What would you like to know?
Do you use it on the course?
We dip into it occasionally, but it's not a major feature of the course. I would say that, well, a minority of the students know how to use it, but the majority wouldn't know and have a clue.
It's not a requirement of the course.
No, not at all. We don't ask people to do things that they're not comfortable with. There's no bribery, no coercion.
I thought the whole course was about
we're thinking
taking
about
risks.
phasing auto-hypnosis out, actually.
What's the reason for that?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Inspector, it doesn't actually work very well.
Okay, believe it doesn't actually work. That's good to know. Doesn't really necessarily conflict with that.
I didn't realize you were a musician.
Oh, well, I'm not really a musician. I mean, I dabble a little bit. To be quite honest with you, I'm far more interested in collecting guitars.
You're not in a band.
Well, I did audition. I did audition a few years ago. When I say a few years ago, of course, I mean about 20 years ago. Doesn't time fly?
What band was that?
When you're murdering people.
Oh, I can't remember. Something Stone. Aren't they all called something Stone? Hammerstone. That's it.
Oh,
And you still
I
collect?
thought he was going to say
I
Blackstone.
haven't bought a guitar for over a year. I feel I've moved
As
on.
a nice little tease there. That's good. I like that. I like the something Stone. Tell him how shit is. Ryan, your dad told me you're bloody useless. Your wife said you're shit and you're a dyspraxic. Oh. Oh, I'm just gonna go play in my room.
Do you know what this is?
Well, I think it's a
I
bag.
kind of wish you could tell people all the
Is it a
things
bag, Inspector?
that weren't just standard evidence.
Oh, yes, the costume
Chaotic
shop.
approach.
Yes, we used to hire from them.
For the course?
Well, yes. For the course, at the end of each stage, we have a little party, and we ask students to dress up or try acting out being somebody new, their new selves, as it were.
Could you explain a bit more? New selves?
One of the main elements of the course is learning how to act, how to be whoever you need to be in any given situation. I think you'll agree, Inspector, that business is about being the right person in the right situation at the right time. What it does, it helps them to detach themselves, become somebody new, pretend, you know, that kind of thing. It's surprising what a little bit of cross-dressing can do for you, Inspector.
Hello.
You should try it.
Definitely into pegging. Holy shit. It's all kicking off. When do we get to do the cross-dressing? That's what I want to know. Jenks in a lovely pair of thigh highs and a short skirt. Delicious.
What do you know about your father's money-stealing stunt?
Oh, well, yes, that was something that Dan decided to do as part of the shock aspect of the course.
But he went too far, you believe.
He usually does.
And do you think it did have anything to do with Liam's death?
No. Liam wasn't like that at all. I mean, that was just a simple, unfortunate coincidence. I mean, Liam had his own problems, but he didn't have any problems with the money shock stunt. No.
Stunt not related to Liam's suicide. But he does know that Paul went too far. Okay. Oh wait, Emma's guilt is evidence. Huh. Okay, let's ask about that.
What do you know about Emma Bowman criticising Liam before his suicide?
I was there. I witnessed it. Well, I know Emma blamed herself for his death.
Did she?
Well, she was upset and all of that, but I wouldn't blame her, Inspector. I really don't think she had anything to do with it at all.
You don't think?
Liam was a
I mean,
very
she wasn't there when we
confident
murdered
person,
him.
Very outgoing, very strong individual, or so it seemed. I mean, people are free to do what they like. Even something as irreversible as bumping themselves off. Sad though that is, of course.
Crikey. Hey, do what you want, you know. Have a sex party with some nurses. You know, grow salvia divinorum, kill yourself, all the good stuff. You know, whatever you like, you know, have a good time. Huh, have we got any got anything going on here? Any weird, suspicious activities? Alice having a stage party. Course involves teaching students how to act. Didn't necessarily say anything about that earlier. I don't know that whether this is necessarily the guy we've got the next contradiction from, but it might be. Let me know if you spotted anything. Ryan invented the phrase about guilt and self-doubt while based at the village hall. Doll burning is symbolic of drawing one's past. Students aren't coerced or bribed in any way. Auto-hypnosis is being phased out. Didn't really say anything about that necessarily. Gonna have a look at. Had met Liam. No, none of these are specifically incorrect. I don't think. Part of the shock aspect of the course. Party includes wearing costumes. Audition for a band called Hammerstone. Having a look through just to make sure we've not got anything obviously kind of obviously stands out as wrong. Kate was in an Atlas meeting. She was drunk. Didn't have any. I suspect she had any emotional problems. No, none of this stands out as an explicit contradiction for now.
Thank you.
To me. Okay, well I think we'll wrap it up there for tonight. We've made some good progress, but it's getting late. I'm pretty tired. I suspect you guys are pretty tired as well. So we'll call it for there, and we'll continue this next time. So thanks very much for joining me. It's been fun. It's been real. We've witnessed a lot of cool stuff, like this mugging. Let's watch that before we go. Hanging out. Wham! Bag on the head. Fucked it. I like how there's no dialogue. If you just watch the scene again, it doesn't play the dialogue because it was like an overlaid bit of voice. Okay, and there we go. And that's Contradiction for today. So we'll wrap it up there. Emma, we got a lot out of Emma today. It's a sad time for Emma. But there we go. We're halfway through the game now. We're making good progress. It's got even weirder than it did yesterday. Actually, it probably hasn't got as weird today as it got yesterday. It got real fucking weird yesterday. So, you know, not that weird. But yeah, we'll wrap it up there. But mainly because I don't want to overwork my voice, because we did like 4 hours yesterday or whatever it was, and my throat hurt afterwards, and I don't want to do that too much. So we'll end it for now, and we'll come back next time, and we'll continue our investigation, hopefully for a little bit longer next time. Thanks for joining me. It's been a good time, and I'll catch you all soon. Cheers!